Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the Hunter Classic. In today's video, we are going to be doing a 1 hour long hunt here on Timber Gold Trails. It will be uncut. We're going to be starting at 8 a.m. and we're going to go to 10 a.m., which is going to put us at the 1 hour mark. I am currently enrolled in the Community League for mule deer. I try to always do this one because mule deer is one of my favorite animals to go after on this game. So we will be doing a full 1 hour uncut timber gold hunt. This has been requested by quite a few people, so let me know down below in the comments if you guys want me to do more long hour hunts. Um, they're probably not going to be as action packed, a lot of walking around and stuff, kind of prep. But for the most part, I know a lot of people prefer just straight raw hunts instead of like edited ones. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop up here in the tree stand at our first spot, of course, on the east side of the map, right over here south of this lodge. And pretty much we're just going to be going from setup to setup the entire hunt. I do have some camping supplies, so hopefully won't be walking too much. We'll try to fast travel as often as we can. We're just going to hop up here for a minute. We're going to stay up here in probably each spot for probably about 15 minutes or so each. I think that would be a good duration to kind of see what's in the area. Um, the current community league for mule deer is going to be score plus weight times harvest value on a mule deer shot in the heart, I believe. So we are looking for those heavy and high scoring mule deer bucks currently right now. I think the top one right now is like a 215 somebody shot, which probably weighed around like 125 kg ish. But we're definitely looking for those max weight, max score bucks. Um, we're gonna be shooting pretty much everything we see, not just mule deer, but definitely gonna go after some elk too. So we're gonna sit up here for a little while, and hopefully we're gonna get some action here fairly soon. Not have to sit up here for half the hunt. Fast travel to the second spot because there's really nothing here. So let's go ahead and head that way now. We'll go to this spot right here. And it looks like we have mule deer buck calling from down the river a little bit. So we're going to go ahead and crawl over here to the tree stand we got posted up right here. It also looked like we had a doe that was out in front of it as well. Go ahead and hop up here. There is a doe right there. We're going to go ahead and give a call. And then we're going to see if there's anything around. There's a wolf right there, unfortunately. It's kind of what I thought it was. But I wasn't entirely sure what that was. Now there is a buck somewhere. Looks like he is right there, and he's not a very big one. But we could really get a good place in this comp, even with a high weight, low scoring buck, too. Like I said, the highest one right now is, I think, a 215. So it's not going to be terrible. So if we find like a high weight buck, low score, we're probably still going to try to shoot it. I'm going to drop this doe right here once she stops under me. See if we can spine shot it. Go ahead and drop her. Call for a little bit here. I like this spot because you can see across the river too. Like there's stuff that sometimes renders in right there. Looks like there's another buck out there as well too on the other side. Once again, I like it because you can see stuff from over here. Just gonna see if I can get a score estimate on this guy. So he's got a low weight, low score. So that's definitely gonna be a bow shot buck if he comes over here, which I highly doubt he will, but there's a possibility. And then this one here is probably gonna be around the same. Low weight, low score. That is unfortunate, but we're definitely gonna take those bucks anyways if we can, because it gives us GMs. I don't really get much coming from this side, the left side of this stand. There's been a couple times where I've had a couple, you know, groups of bucks spawn over here, but I'm pretty sure that's not like too common. They're gonna spawn like primarily off here to the right. Oh, there's another buck coming out of the woods right here. Didn't even see that guy. We got a 110 to 120 kg, 130 to 155. Not exactly what we want. Also, I think I see more wolves coming out, which is going to be a downer on stuff. Okay, female. This buck is going to come right over to us. Now, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, if the buck gets directly underneath us, we can actually pull the heart shot off from above him, too. So that could be a thing. Because I know doing frontal shots with a bow are super terrible. But luckily it's not like weapon specific, I don't think. Okay, we've got a couple bucks around us so far. Like I said, we've got a pack of wolves that kind of don't know what they're doing. I'm hoping that they don't chase this buck, which is a pretty decent possibility that that's going to happen. Surely they won't though, right? They are kind of closing in on the buck, so they may go into hunt mode any moment. It'd be alright if they started chasing this other one over there, to be honest. One that's standing literally right next to him. I think if this second buck over there does show up right here, we'll take it and then we'll move to the next spot so we can kind of stay mobile. Okay, this is going to stop right under us, so this should be a good time to test it. So about right there, I would say. Maybe a little bit too far back we shot. I don't know if that's going to be a hard shot, but I don't think so. See, those wolves are gonna try to cross right there. Huh. It's a little odd, them trying to cross right there. Alright, we just need this other buck to show up underneath us so we can shoot and scoot to the next spot. Probably gonna scare those wolves away. Now we could actually, there is a spot fairly close to us, but we're not too far away from this spot here. We could actually go ahead and walk down to like this, there's a cliff side right here. We could actually go to this cliff and then use that to fast travel quicker if we wanted to. Just speed it along a little bit. Because we're only about 10 minutes in. I see another wolf way back in the distance right over here. Coming off this hillside right there. Probably the first one we've seen, and it just looped around. I don't know why this buck is taking forever to come in. Oh, that buck is gonna get kind of spooked. We could just shoot him with the rifle when he stops. That is not a hard shot. A little bit too low, I think, but I think he's going to drop pretty quick from that. Yeah, that was just a pinch too low on that shot. Let's go ahead and pick up these guys here. And we can indeed get that hard shot from above. So, that's good. That actually put us in 54th with just that doe. So let's see what we're gonna. Oh, that wasn't a heart shot right there. That's kind of unfortunate. We did aim a little bit too far back, I think, on that one. All right, we're gonna run over here real quick and see if we can find this buck laying fairly close to this wood line here, so we don't have to track him too far. Honestly, he shouldn't have went too far, even if that was a body shot, because I know it was. Yeah, body shot. Because the 308 has some really nice knockdown power. Like right now, he's already at 61 health right now, 41, 57% health. Yeah, this guy barely made it into the tree line here. He'll probably be laying like somewhat close to this next track right here. Now I hate tracking through these little trees here because once they hit them, they can just go in any direction pretty much. So you really have to like pay attention and see if you can find him. Okay, this is probably going to be his fleeing track. It is his fleeing track. We should probably start seeing the indicator for him fairly soon, because he was almost at 0%, so he didn't go too far. Probably gonna run a little bit. Yeah, he's gonna run a little bit more than what I wanted him to. But on the plus side of things, he is going to run in the direction that I said we could go towards the cliff, which is right over there. So, and it looks like he's laying right here on top of this rock. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this buck here. Like I said, probably just tucked it in just a little bit too low, like probably like right here-ish. Should have aimed just a smidge higher on him. But I'm gonna go ahead and run over here to this cliff to speed this up, since we did just shoot our rifle, and so it pretty much just wrecked this entire area around us. I say that, and then that's probably the buck across the river. Actually, that might be a different buck, actually. So we're gonna run over here just a little bit, probably get to the cliff where we're ready to like jump, you know what I mean? We'll probably see what this buck looks like. I'm not a huge fan of trying to go for a frontal heart shot on these things from the ground, especially with a bow. With a rifle, I'd feel a little bit more confident doing, but definitely not a bow. I just feel like the mule deer are just a lot tankier than like you're shooting whitetail or blacktail or something. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull the hunter mate out here. He's like right here in front of us. We're gonna take this slow. I don't think this is the same buck. That was on the other side of the river, but there's a good possibility that it is. So we're just gonna chill right here. We're gonna chill right here for a moment. I think I just heard him move. Based off the hunter mate, he should be right here in front of us. Pretty sure I just heard him again. I do hear him walking. He's not too far in front of us, sounds like. He's quite a ways away. I don't know what I was hearing walking. He's gonna be right on the edge of this cliff right over here. He's gonna be about right here. I don't know if he's on top of it or he's down below. Which, if I had to guess, he'd probably be on the side of it, maybe, based off where the call indicator came from. just sit right over here and wait, maybe? He might end up being below us. Or he may come up over this little hill right here. He also could get stuck, too. I mean, he could get stuck in the walking animation going up the side of it, too, but... Oh, he's right there. I think that's the buck we've seen across the river. Yeah, that's probably going to be him right there. Honestly. What is it, 40 meters? I'm going to let him get a little bit closer. I feel like that's a different buck, though. Because this one is right there. And the indicator still shows there's one back there on the back end of this hill right here. Maybe the hunter mate's just off a little bit, which is kind of odd because I have max tracking for mule deer. I'm going to sneak over here just a little bit because he's going to be in a weird spot and I can't look down on him exactly here. Just going to go crouch, look at the range. He's at 27 meters. It's going to be a pretty good shot right there. And we got a pretty good shot on him, considering we dropped him. Now the question is he alone? Or is there a different one there? I think this is going to be the same one we seen walking across over there. And when we shot, I think he just kind of spooked over here naturally. Instead of like running backwards, I think he got pushed this way. So we're going to go ahead and collect this buck. And then we'll just go ahead and do that fast travel thing right here to save a little bit of time. See, we got him from 27 meters. Not bad. Alright, let's go ahead and run up here. I know the tent's not too far away. But there's wolves right here in front of us too. Only reason why I'm doing this is so I don't scare the wolves that way, and the whole pack just kind of scatters in different directions. Like they just all don't follow each other; they just go everywhere. So I don't want to risk spooking anything over there by my stand. So we'll just sit right here, kind of just yeet. We'll go ahead and fast travel over there real quick. Sounds like we got a cow somewhere off to our left. I think I see her coming down the hillside right over there. Go ahead and hop up here in the double man. We'll probably call those elk in just to see if there's a bull in that group. Could be all cows. You never know. We're going to sit here for a little bit because I've killed some pretty big bucks out of this stand here. Now, one thing for certain is the reason why I like this route too, particularly. We'll go ahead and clear this stuff off here real quick. It's because if I follow this route to the T every single time, I start here, go here, and then I hunt till here, and then fast travel to there, pretty much eliminates the fact that anything's going to come from that side of the river, almost. From the time that I'm going to stay here. I think those are only cows, though. And then once we're done here out of this stand, we'll just continue down the road till we get to the bridge. Because that's where our next stand's at, right here. Yeah, it looks like there's just a bunch of cows coming off that hillside. I haven't seen no antlers yet, unfortunately. Just a bunch of cows. Oh, nope, there's a bull right there. What am I looking at? Okay, I was like, bro, that looks like some type of antler there. Almost looked like part of the tree for a minute. But yeah, we do have one bull right there. Not big. Barely going over 3. I was hearing something else. But no, this bull here is only going over 300 just by a smidge. Up to 310. Now, the one issue that could come from this is that when we shoot this bull, everything's going to run that direction and kind of screw stuff up for us walking down the road. Not fully, but a possibility that it's going to happen. I'm going to call this bull back here real quick. Oh, we got a doe coming in. Right here. She just kind of popped out of nowhere. These cows are going to come on the low side right here, along with this bull. Now, I wouldn't mind if this doe scared that way, because we're not going that way. So I might actually try to let the cows get on this side of the stand before we shoot, because that probably is going to help us not have them run that way. Probably going to have to seat swap here on this bull, maybe. I'll let all these cows get in underneath the stand. Actually, we're probably just going to shoot. We're going to have to seat swap real quick. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can pop this bull. Some of them are going that way. One's going that way. I don't think that's going to mess with us too much. These guys are good spooking that way. So, that could have been a lot worse, honestly. Go ahead and hop down here, since that's pretty much going to bust this stand out with that one shot. Let's go ahead and grab this bull. 327 kg. Wait a minute. I don't think that is right, because the estimate, I'm pretty sure, was up to 310, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if that was the weight I was looking at, maybe, but I was almost positive that was the max weight of that, or the max score of that bull was 310, and he scored 312. That's kind of odd. I don't know if there's going to be anything around that little lake right there, but I did hear a bear off in the distance, so that might be where that bear is. I hear it still. I just heard it again. Oh, there's a nice bull that we just scared away. That's not a bad looking bull, it looks like. Don't know exactly how big he was, but it looked like he had somewhat of some back tines on him. That's kind of unfortunate. I used to have tree stands all along this road too. Like every probably 150, 200 meters, I used to have stands all along this road, and that's all I used to do is run this road. Honestly, might start doing that again, because I used to get some pretty good hunts just walking the road, sitting and waiting, and not even fast traveling as much. Oh, I hear that bear a little bit closer. She's up on to our right, I think. There used to be a spot, I had a stand fairly close to where we're at right now. I think it was in this tree right over here in front of us. think it was in that tree right there. It's where I used to have one of my stands. Because there's usually a carcass that spawns right here, and it's a pretty decent shot on wolves. I think the carcass spawned like right there, so you could catch wolves feeding at it from time to time, or even bears. So it was awful. Alright, so we have a buck that just grunted. He's gonna be right here in front of us, actually. So we need to be extra careful. Gonna get right here on this rock, give him a call. The only bad thing about hunting mule deer from the ground is if they come in groups of 5. In my opinion, that's like the worst. It's also the best and the worst that could happen. Is coming across a group of 5 when you're hunting them from the ground, just because it's almost nearly impossible to kill all of them, especially with like within bow range. I think that's him right there, actually. Can't really get a. Ooh, seen those bottom main beams? Please be decent. Ooh, 185 to 215. This is gonna be the best one we've got so far. This is gonna be the best one we've got so far. It's average weight and average score. Our main goal, preferably, is to place at least top 10 in the community league. I'm not aiming to take first, but top 10 would be great. At least top 10, so we get something out of it. It'd be even better if there was a whole group of 5 that looked like that, but they gradually got bigger. See, he's not a bad buck. He's not a bad one, but he's got some trash on him, though. That's going to hurt him just a bit. I'm going to say he's going to be at least like 190. And like I said, he's got pretty bad weight, considering they go up to 140. So do we try it with the rifle? I mean, it's going to be super difficult to get that bow shot on the frontal angle. I think we just go with the rifle, to be honest, and see where that's going to place us. I think we're going to try it. I think we're going to try it. I don't think I'm going to risk trying to do it with a bow. This may be the best one we see so far. About right here. Oh, we missed the shot. I don't even know how that's possible. I don't know how that's a body hit. I really don't. I honestly don't know how that is a body hit. We're gonna have to try to do it with a bow, probably. I feel like if I aimed any lower, though, I was still gonna hit body. I hope he dies in a good spot so I can see where the bullet actually hit him. So that's a roaming track. Ran the same way he walked out, probably. I guess the best part about using a rifle is you can sprint afterwards. Almost to the bridge spot. I don't know if that's his fleeing track. This might be his fleeing track right here. That's a bear track. Is this going to be his fleeing track? Yes, it is. He's going this direction, though, which is kind of odd. He probably went towards the river, would be my best guess. We're going to run for about probably another 150 meters, and we'll go back to a walk, probably. See if we can find him. I honestly don't have the slightest clue why that wasn't a hard shot, but then again, I do not like the frontal shots whatsoever, like I said. Luckily, that wasn't like a giant first place buck. Okay, he's not there. Here's his next track. I believe that's a different one right here. Yeah, that is a different one. Okay, this is going that way now, which I don't believe that at the slightest. Don't believe that he's going that way, but that is a good possibility. The game's not leading me on a wild goose chase. Cause I just ran over there and I didn't see no other tracks, but of course, here's his next track right here. Can't always trust the game's predictions. Alright, we're gonna go to walk. We're gonna go to a walk now because I think we are good out of range of the actual shot location. There's a possibility we could see more animals that aren't spooked. But then again, he probably, spooked everything over here on this side running, which is okay. He's to a roam again? Ah, surely he's down right over here on this hill somewhere. Beyond this hill. Honestly, don't see him surviving that 308 like that for too much longer. I think it's just because we pushed him and didn't let him go lay down somewhere. He should be down somewhere right here based off of what my hunter mate's telling me. Should be down right here somewhere. I don't think he's alive. That'd be one crazy buck if he was still kicking from that. Although he didn't have the low HP pool that I was hoping for when I found his first track. I'm gonna save that audio call. Okay, there's his next track. I'm gonna get the audio call. That is to the northwest of my tent. Guess we're gonna go down here and continue to track this buck, I suppose. Says he's roaming. I just don't see how, though. I honestly thought that shot was good. You make that shot in real life, that deer's toast. Especially with a 308. That deer ain't going anywhere. I am just utterly surprised he is still going. I'm really hoping he didn't cross the river because I don't want to go that way. He'll go up the hill here. And I really hope he didn't go across the river. But I do not feel like going over there. Come on, Buck, where are you at? Where did you go? Okay, here's his next track. He definitely stayed on this side. Says he's roaming still. What is this? Boy, we must have hit that like super sweet spot between both lungs and above the heart. We must have just barely missed all the vitals. Pulled a Call the Wild witchcraft on me. Which I think that's crazy that's even a thing. He should be down super close. Wait a minute. Huh? That can't be right. This cannot be right. I don't believe it. This is some Houdini kind of stuff right here. 12 minutes. I should have seen him. He backtrack towards us. I'm gonna hop up here for a minute. That's crazy that we've not found this buck yet. Huh. I don't know where he would have went. Unless he actually did go across the river. I see his tracks right there. There's another track right here behind us. Which way are these guys facing? I can't really tell from here. Can't really tell. I'm hoping they go that way, but if they come this direction, I'm kind of lost. He's going towards the river right here. Surely this buck's gonna go down. Oh, he's right there. I see his indicator. He is right there. Man, that buck sure went the distance, for sure. What's our fast travel timer look like here? 10 minutes? Not terrible. Haven't really seen the mule deer like I was expecting this time. That is why we get 7 attempts though at this. Which is not terrible. Yeah, this buck definitely went a lot further than what I wanted him to go. This buck traveled almost, I would say a good, probably 400 or 500 meters at least. Got a doe calling where she, other side of the river. Most likely that's not going to be a group with any bucks in it. I don't think. I've not seen a mixed group of mule deer in a long time. Either all does or all bucks. Which is super unfortunate because this buck doesn't look too bad, to be honest. Went up to 215. I'm going to be really disappointed if I just messed this up and he was like a 200. 100.6. Oh, you gotta be joking me, man. Right at 200.7. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Okay. Well, we messed that up. That's dumb. Where to go, where to go, where to go? Do we want to go north a little bit? Actually, what we'll do is we'll actually like walk around the edge of the river towards the south, see if we can see anything down there, and then when we fast travel, we'll just go to our last spot. I think that's what we'll do. I think that'll be a good idea. Man, that could have been our last. Oh, there's a buck. Ah, I just screwed that up too. Did not actually mean to run. He didn't look very big though. Yeah, he's. Wait, is that a? No, I was gonna say, is that a non-tip? But it's not. All right. Well, he's going towards our spot we want to go to. I think it don't really matter if we run now. We've kind of just already screwed this up too. So we'll just head over there right away. What time is it getting to be? 9:24. So we've got 30 minutes in game till we hit the 1 hour mark. So let's see. I think it's gonna be like what, 9 minutes, 9 or 8 minutes, so we can fast travel again. Okay, 9 minutes or 8 minutes. So we'll just go ahead and do that fast traveling thing. Once again, if you guys don't know this is why I put this thing here. You can actually walk out here on the edge of this bridge right here and just keep walking around until you get towards like the center part of it. You want to make sure you're high enough for it. And then you can basically just yeet once again. Saves you a lot of time. So with that being said, we're going to go down here to our last spot. Fingers crossed we get another opportunity at this. Oh no. Oh no. Something walking right on top of us. I don't know what it is, but there's a buck hole across the way. I don't know what's right behind us. Crawling. I'm crawling. Please don't spook, whatever you are. Sounds like a deer walking. Might be an elk. I have no idea what it is. Okay. We are in the stand. And of course, why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised of the slightest? Because I'm not. Alright, let's see if we can locate this buck. Probably gonna have to shoot this doe with the bow because she's super close already though. I hear multiple footsteps because there's multiple of them. And of course there's a whole group of them. Okay, nice. Let's start dropping them, I guess. Let's see if I can scope this out. I think I see that buck. Dang it! It's not a good buck. That's a bad one. I think he's alone, from what I can tell. I'm not seeing much of anything else around us either. Besides these god-awful things right here. Yikes. Alright, let's go and put some more arrows in the quiver. I thought I seen something over here too, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, it's pretty much the same buck as this one over here. Exact same frame. Oh, there's another buck. Wait a minute. Is there a group of 5? They're all trash, but good chance we could get a decent group of bucks at least. Have a little bit better odds. Man, I can't believe we just possibly messed up our only chance in placing We've got a pile of woes right here. Don't mind me. Just doing a little bit of dough management is all. Holy crap, there's more coming in. There's no way. We're literally going to end up taking out a group of 5 does probably. That's probably going to be the one at the far end. That's what I thought. This kind of stinks. Because we did just mess up our only shot. We could have placed decently too with that. I'll have to try again. We've got a week until it's over, so... Or we've got 5 days until it's over, so... We're definitely stacking the does, that's for sure. And of course I hear Wolf, and he's up here on the hill. I just seen him for a split second. It's right there. That's a pretty crappy wolf. Pretty crappy. Be nice if a big buck just came out of nowhere, though. I don't know what that is moving I just seen. That might have been a bear. I think that was a bear. Could have been another buck, though. Well, we've got the mule deer around this spot. Just the wrong kind. And the wrong size. Would be my luck. The one buck we have an opportunity to place with, and I messed it up. Meshed it up. Oh, I hear you over there. You guys aren't even worth looking at. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We got another buck. That is completely different. I'm gonna try this frontal shot here. Probably not gonna get it, but of course, right through the neck. Just skewered her right through the neck. There was another buck over here, a little ways. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. As long as the bucks keep coming in, we have a chance. Honestly, like, we don't need one that scores like an insane high score. We need one that weighs a lot. Like if we get like a 190 buck, 180 to 190 buck, and it weighs like 130 plus kg, we could place. Still, we'd be solid still. There's another doe coming in with that buck right there. I think there's one right on the other side of that little hill right there though. Trying to locate this other one. That's a doe. That's a doe. Okay. Where's the buck that just called? You're joking me, right? You're joking me, right? I almost thought that this was a doe. 35 to 60. And look at that sticker he's got coming off his main beam. Okay. Whatever. Yeah. That's not going to help us at all either. Pretty sure I'm just going to get a higher score with one of these does than that. I feel like this hunt is cooked. For sure. We just cooked their last chance on that 200.7 buck. Completely foobarred it. Just look at this guy. Look at that. Look at that deduction coming off his left side. That's crazy. That deduction's probably scores more than his whole left side. That is crazy. I guess we can try to get this buck here. Drop him real quick. Boy, that'd be great if it was like a buzzer beater right there, dude. I go to shoot one of these other bucks, then I just get a buck call that we've not heard yet, and it's just a giant walks out of nowhere. don't know where these other ones went. Oh, there's one coming through right there. What's he weigh? Nah. Yeah, that's not going to do much for us. That is not going to do very much for us, unfortunately. Yikes. Well, I hate to say this, but I think we have dealt the cards, or played the cards that we've been dealt on this hunt. We'll have to run this route in reverse next time and see if that changes anything. Just a little odd. Oh, what is that? What is that, though? Is that another doe? Oh, that's a wolf, I think. That is a wolf. Honestly, I'm tempted to shoot the wolf, just 'cause it's going to give me a little bit more GMs, I think. I'm not sure why these other bucks aren't coming in, but... So there's another doe on that far side. Yeah. Boy, oh boy. Look at this absolute giant coming in. Absolute giant. This would be a good test shot for the heart shot here. Yeah, of course we're not going to get it. Yeah, that's what I thought. See, those frontal shots are just almost impossible to hit. Honestly, I'm not even going to worry about tracking that one. I don't think that one's going to go forever. And this buck here is going to be stuck on that side. So I think we'll just pop this wolf. Call it good. Get a little bit more GMs on the way out. Since this last set was kind of a bust as well. Let's go and grab this guy. See, that weight wasn't bad. Honestly, like, score plus weight, so that's like 240 times 100, so that's 340. That's what would have put us at. So it's not terrible, but yeah, we need something that's a little bit bigger on the score and weight. Let's go and grab all of our does. We literally just doe managed an entire group. Shot her in the neck, or actually I hit her in the skull, according to the game, but... Alright, we'll go over here and grab this last and final wolf. It's unfortunate that I messed up our only chance at something decent. But then again, can't win them all every time. And like I said, we got 5 days left, so we can take another swing at it, probably. Alright, let's go and pick up this wolf. Super low score, 14-8, 23 GMs. Not bad. Probably gained around, I would say maybe 500 GMs that hunt. So not too bad. I did kind of ruin my only chance. So we're just closing in right on the hour mark. So it is going to be a good spot to cut this video off. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys thought about the hour-long hunt with minimal cuts to it. If you guys want to see more of these like longer hunt sessions, the full thing, let me know down below. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe. We finally hit over 4,000 subs. Our goal now is the 5,000 mark. So if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It is free, and you guys will see all the future videos that I'm going to be releasing. And hope you guys have an awesome time watching it, and I will see you guys later.